second thing for us to notice is that perseverance, it calls for a strategy. That it calls for a strategy. And that Moses' strategy, he laid out what it was. That he says to them, he says, okay, I'm going to go overlook the battlefield. I'm going to go to the hill. I'm going to overlook the battlefield, and I'm going to have the staff of God in my hands. That I'm going to hold the staff of God in my hands. And we don't have time to look at all the things that God had done with this staff already and shown Moses and shown others the power of God through this staff. And so he's saying, I'm going to take the staff, the one that God's already used, God's shown himself, God's done big, amazing things, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it in my hands. He didn't say I'm going to hold it in my hand, but he said I'm going to hold it in my hands, and it's his strategy and perseverance. It calls for a strategy. There's some of us, again, if you're here in Texas, that this last week you're going, hey, the shelves are getting a little bare. The strategy is we need to go to our grocery store, and most of us, that's H-E-B, and we're going to go to H-E-B, and we're going to go get some food, and we go into the parking lot, and we're like driving around and going, there's no place to park. You get dropped off, and you start walking up to a door, and that door is closed. You walk up to it, and that door is closed, and it's like, oh, we're only letting people in this door, and you go over to that door, and it's like, there's a line, a really long line. And sometimes there would be people there that would be kind enough to tell you, yeah, it's about an hour wait. And some people went, yeah, I need food. And my strategy was, I'm going to get dropped off, and I'm going to go get some food, and you're going to pick me back up. But an hour? I'm not waiting an hour. And you give up on your strategy. You're like, no, we still got some cereal. You know what? We've got a box of that carnation milk that's been in our pantry for 9 years. We got a little bit, let's add, we'll drink milk that way. And you give up on your strategy. But it calls for a strategy.